Don't know me, my name's Eddie Hardacre. I'm one of the trustees at Life for a Life Memorial Forest, and I've got a couple of my team. They're hiding at the back, but I'm going to introduce them, Emma and Philip, because without those we wouldn't be able to do today. Life for a Life Memorial Forest is a charity. We plant memorial trees. We've got over 50 sites across the country, predominantly in the northwest. And what we do is we plant trees in a memorial woodland in memory of people, or to celebrate an occasion. So it's not always a memorial tree. It might be a silver birch for a 25th wedding anniversary. That generates funds, and we give those funds back to those not in the best of health. So we support hospices, we support anyone that needs that help, and we try and do it in the local area where those funds are raised. We are extremely proud to do what we're doing today. This is unique for us in a way, because we don't normally plant a single tree that's not in one of our sites. But Lisa, we're quite honoured, and thank you for approaching us. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to say any more. My colleagues will tell you that I can talk forever, but I've been told I'm not allowed to today. So I'm going to end back to the RSM. RSM, it's over to you. Thank you.
Sir, thank you. So before we go into spreading some soil around the tree itself, I'd like to start us off with a small reading in loving memory of 30141632, Private Daniel John Wade, 3 Yorks, killed in action in Afghanistan, Warrior 6th, the 6th of March 2012. The regimental collects. O Lord God, the shield and buckler of all that thee, grant to the Yorkshire Regiment and its battalions and ranks the strength that fears no evil tidings, no desperate endeavours, and no foe bodily or spiritual, but advances in thy righteousness through all rough places. Fortunes favours the brave. Now I'd like to invite Lisa up to firstly reveal the plaque itself, and then if you may spread the first of the feet around the tree itself.
Private Daniel Wade, age 20, the 3rd Battalion for Yorkshire Regiment. You left us beautiful memories. Your love is always our guide. Although we cannot see you, you're always by our side. Our hero Dan.
So we've already talked about the reason that we're here today, and I think it's just worth saying a few extra words. Marshall Gardens is maintained by Lisa as the lead for the Friends of Marshall Gardens, along with Warrington Borough Council. Lisa has been instrumental in developing Marshall Gardens for the military community to visit and reflect. It's been changed into a beautiful garden due to Lisa's involvement with the community and local businesses in gaining support to enhance Marshall Gardens. Lisa is the mother of Private Daniel Wade, who was one of 6 soldiers killed in action in Afghanistan. Warrior 6 was a 3 Yorks patrol operating 25 miles north of the capital of Helmand, Lashkargah, and was hit by a roadside bomb. Private Daniel Wade was sadly killed in action along with 5 of his colleagues: Sergeant Nigel Coop, Corporal Jake Hartley, Private Anthony Frampton, Private Christopher Kershaw, and Private Daniel Wilford. And that's why we're here today, to mark them with the planting of this tree. There's a number of important thank yous that I'd like to make. Firstly, to Warrington Borough Council and Mr Mayor Councillor Steve Wright. Within the council as well, the Armed Forces Champion David Boys, Vicky Rowe, the Business Change Manager, and Ian Brackenbury and the Groundworks team for maintaining the gardens and supporting the regiment with this ceremony in recognition of Lisa's extremely hard work in maintaining support through the Friends of Marshall Gardens. The Friends of Marshall Gardens, Lisa and your team of dedicated volunteers on behalf of the military community across Cheshire, thank you for all your hard work. This is a prime example of community support and cooperation. Also to the Life for a Life Memorial Forests. Eddie has already articulated what they do, and they've donated this English oak tree and the plaque in memory of Private Daniel Wade of 3 Yorks. There's also been community support and donations from local businesses. Impact Graphics Limited for the sign at the front entrance advertising the Friends of Marshall Gardens, which was made by business owner and Royal Artillery veteran Howard Savage. Top Print Limited, Julie and Mike Barlow, who've designed a bespoke hoodie for Lisa, which will come in a moment, to keep her warm during the winter months whilst you're maintaining the gardens. And also to Hudson's Plant Centre, White Moss Widnes, for providing a selection of perennial plants that we will plant shortly after this ceremony. Finally, I'd like to thank my team, the 75 Engineer Regiment, in particular Carl's Caff, that has been set up in the background, and he's going to provide us some breakfast balms now to give us some nourishment, so we've then got the strength to do all the planting under Lisa's direction. Lisa's going to be the boss straight after this and tell everyone what to do. But I'd also like to thank all of the headquarters staff from 75 Engineer Regiment for their assistance and the support that they've given.
That the 75th Engineer chose Daniel and to keep Daniel's memory alive through Joe Dodd. Sadly, Joe was the man who knocked on my door to tell me that my son was tragically killed. Well, when he knocked on the door, he got a little bit of a shock back first and calmed me down and walked me back in the house. I'll never forget the evening. And then we've kept a friendship since, and he's been there no matter what. But it's touching because Daniel was a cadet at the 75th Engineer, so he was there from when he was 11 because he lied about his age. But I'm glad because it kept him in shape and kept him on the good path rather than the naughty path. So then when he was 18, I finally gave him the blessing to join the army, and then he fought for 2 years to get in. So I'm honoured that I've done this for him. It means so much because the Warrior 6 trees at the back, there's 6 cherry blossom trees. And when I did this garden, I didn't want it just for Daniel, it was for all frontline personnel. And because Daniel was killed alongside 5 other of his comrades, the trees were a fitting tribute for all of them. And the cherry blossom trees, they represent the short life, because the blossom doesn't last very long, of each of the soldiers. So having this great oak tree planted now, I can now carry on doing my work as I do and plod on what I do with the volunteers, and I'm so grateful. And if it wasn't for Vicky and Ian Brackenbury, who have helped me so much and listened to me moan, me cry, everything, this garden would not have happened. And I am so grateful, and I will be forever grateful, because you've given me an eternal legacy for my son, and that to me means everything, because too many of our fallen soldiers get forgotten about. And when you sacrifice your life for your country, nobody should be forgotten. To me, everyone should be remembered. So thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Carl's Caff is now